Imagine this. A young person scrolling through TikTok late at night, eyes glazed over, thumb on autopilot. They're not lazy, they're not aimless. They're just searching for something that makes sense. This isn't a story about broken kids. It's a story about a generation waking up in a broken world. Gen Z isn't lost because they're weak. They're lost because they were told life had a map and then handed a blank page. No pensions, no guaranteed, and way too many apps promising to fix them. But here's the twist. No one is coming to save them. And oddly enough, that might be their greatest opportunity. Because what if being lost is how you find your own way? Let's get honest. Gen Z grew up in chaos. Financial crashes, climate doom, a pandemic, student debt, and influencers selling confidence like it's a skincare routine. They were told, go to college, get a job, be happy. Then watch their older siblings do just that and end up burned out and questioning everything. So now they're stuck in a loop. Scroll for answers, compare lives, feel worse, repeat. The world tells them to be successful, but also authentic, to hustle, but also rest, to stand out, but also belong. No wonder they're exhausted. What makes it worse? No one's talking to them, just talking about them. This video, it talks to them, and more importantly, for them.
Being lost isn't always a crisis. Sometimes it's clarity in disguise. Psychologists say adolescence now extends into the late 20s. Not because people are immature, but because the world changed. Milestones are blurry now. Marriage is delayed, careers are non-linear, faith in institutions less trusted than ever. In the past, a 25-year-old might be married with kids. Today, they're building a side hustle, learning to cook, and questioning their identity. That's not failure, that's evolution. The old scripts don't work anymore. So Gen Z has to write new ones. And writing a script from scratch, that takes courage and a whole lot of trial and error. Freedom sounds amazing until it paralyzes you. Gen Z has endless choices, career paths, cities to live in, lifestyles to adopt, but every open door means another door they didn't walk through. That's FOMO on steroids. Research shows too many choices can lead to decision fatigue. The brain literally short circuits. So what do? They stay still, or they scroll, hoping the answer will scroll back. But here's the thing. Clarity doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from doing more. Action beats anxiety every time.
Take Marcus. He quit his job at a startup after realizing he hated waking up with dread. Everyone called him crazy. He took 6 months to do odd jobs, journal, go on long walks. No plan, just space. Then one night, he helped a friend launch a podcast and something clicked. Now, he runs a creative agency built around values, not hype. Or Serena. She studied law for 5 years before dropping it to study environmental design. Her parents were furious, but she trusted her gut. Now she works with NGOs designing sustainable housing, and she's happy. These aren't flukes, they're patterns. When Gen Z stops chasing someone else's dream, they make room for their own. Leading yourself doesn't mean becoming a guru or a brand. It means listening to the voice underneath the noise. Here's what it looks like. Choosing presence over performance. Asking, what matters to me today? Not what should I be by 30? Practicing self-respect over self-promotion. Real leadership is small. It's the choice to rest when burnout whispers keep going. It's saying no to things that look good but feel wrong. It's building something slow and real instead of fast and fake.
Here's what no one admits. No one does this alone.
Self-leadership isn't isolation, it's knowing when to ask for help. Gen Z is hungry for community, but skeptical of authority. They don't want preachers, they want people who've lived it. That's why mentorship is shifting from guru on a stage to guide on the side. Someone who says, I don't have all the answers, but I'll walk with you. That's leadership too. Communities that matter now aren't built on status, they're built on shared values. A group chat, a book club, a Discord server. That's the new village. The most powerful shift Gen Z can make: stop consuming, start creating. Make art, make a business, make a video, make a decision. Creation gives you agency. Even if it flops, it's yours. When you create, you stop being a mirror. You become a light. That's how you lead. Not by shouting louder, but by becoming someone others quietly trust. Gen Z doesn't want fame. Not really. They want peace, freedom, connection, and most of all, they want to feel like they're enough. Not once they've built a 6-figure brand, not once they've healed every wound, but right now, in the mess, in the searching, and that's possible. Not easy, but real. The future isn't made by people who have it all figured out. It's made by those brave enough to begin.
If this resonated, if it made you feel seen, don't just move on. Hit like, subscribe, drop a comment. What's one thing you're creating clarity around this year? And share this with someone who's in that fog right now, because no one should have to feel lost alone. And remember, you don't need to have the map. You just need the courage to take the next step.